Hi, everyone. This is a demonstration on using a test light. And I've already put the trainer away, so I just grabbed the components and built a simple circuit here. I'm using a 12-volt battery out of one of my cordless tools. It's providing power to the fuse at the top here. And then it's a series circuit going on to the first bulb and then going on to the second bulb and then back to the ground. So you're familiar with how this circuit will perform. We're going to turn it on here and you can see that I've lost connection somewhere. Not quite sure where that is. Let's see. Well, so not sure how we lost connection. Let's find out. We're going to go ahead and take this 12-volt testing tool. So it's a clip, and it's the inside of it. It has a light bulb in it with a spring, and then it's got this point which is connected to the light bulb. So it's grounded through the clip on the end, and it receives power from the point. Now, I should mention, if you see a 12-volt test light such as this, and you look inside and there's a fuse, or I'm sorry, a battery, then that is a powered test light. And you don't use that on powered circuits. That's what we call a continuity tester. So if it has its own power, it works like your meter to check for continuity. But if it doesn't have its own power, you're testing for the presence of power. So we're going to clip this onto the ground here. Oh, there we go. I found what the problem was. The ground wasn't connected well enough. And once you've connected your ground, so if you were going to use this on your car, you need to find a screw or a piece of bare metal somewhere where you can get to the ground of the car, to the chassis ground. So a lot of times there's bare screws in the area where you're working, or a bolt or something, and you can just attach it to that. And the way you use it is you just walk down the circuit and check for the presence of power. So we'll have power at the battery, at this first connection, above the fuse, below the fuse, and below the fuse and above the switch, below the switch, and we show power all the way down to the first light. If we go across the first light, we still show power, because right now we know this bulb is acting like a conductor. So we're sending 12 volts down to the second bulb, and then after the second bulb, no light. So again, above the second bulb, we get a light. Let me see if I can get out of the way here. Above the second bulb, we get a light. Below the second bulb, no light. If we reverse these bulbs, and we're testing for power. Now this bulb is working, this one is acting like a conductor. So what will happen, we'll have our 12 volt present at below the switch. We'll have 12 volts above this light, but nothing below, because it's using most of the voltage for this bulb, and there's not enough voltage left over to light the light inside the tester. So nothing down here, because this side of the circuit, this side of this bulb is really acting just like a ground. So that's one handy use of a 12-volt test light. It's one of the best tools for testing fuses. And I'll show you how that works. I'm going to take this switch out and I'm going to insert this little fuse box that I built here. And you can see that it's sending power through the circuit. So again, I'm going to use my 12-volt test light. On the ends of the fuses, there's an exposed piece of metal on each fuse. And that is for testing the fuse. So if you, see if I can get this a little closer. If you test on one side of the fuse and your light lights, the other light should light. So here's the 20 amp fuse, the yellow one, it's lighting on both sides. Here's the 7.5 amp fuse. I get a light on this side and a light on this side. Do I? No, I don't. And then here's another 7.5 fuse. I get a light on this side, no light on this side. So we have voltage present on one side of the fuse, but not the other. That tells you the fuse is blown. This one in the middle, we have voltage present on both sides. This one, voltage on one side, no voltage on the other. So you can go down your fuse box and test all of your fuses pretty quickly by using this method. I would not use this on a fuse for a airbag, however. So anything else is fine, but not airbags or computerized circuits, actually. They do make a tester for computerized circuits. I didn't bring it in here, but inside the clear end of the tester, you'll see a little computerized circuit board. And that makes it useful for testing power present on computers, on computerized circuits. So you shouldn't use a plain tester like this on computerized circuits, and you shouldn't use this on airbags. Okay, that's it. Hope that was helpful.